Hey guys, what's up? So I'm coming to you with another video, and today is day 25, and I thought I would sit here and tell you guys a little bit about my diet because I haven't really discussed it very much. I feel like it's changed a lot since week 1 and 2, mostly week 1 because I started super strong week 1, and then I kind of got all over the place after that, but I haven't really actually focused on food as much besides just eating at home. That has been my main goal for the last few weeks, the last 3 weeks, just changing my habit of like having every weekend, 2 days a week, I would have food outside of the house, and maybe when I'd go out I'd eat different things, along the way. If I pick up food, I would do that when I go out. So I've been just trying to stick to only eating things at home, which has been very challenging. I can cook, I cook a lot, but I realize I don't cook that often because the last 3 weeks it has really tested me. It has shown me that, hey, like, girl, you be cooking, but three meals a day is a lot to cook. So I've kind of had to find a balance a little bit of eating foods that are more whole food, and I can just eat it right away without doing much besides maybe rinsing it. And that's where like my fruits would come in, or vegetables. Having, the ability to have the steamable vegetables that you just pop into the microwave, Brussels sprouts, spinach, broccoli. There's pretty much everything, sweet peas, corn, anything you want. They're in the steamable packages and the frozen section. So that has been like my main source of vegetables, just doing those steamable instead of cooking on the stove, and trying to like fit that into also making like rice fresh daily, and cooking some sort of protein, whether it's like a meat that's a fish or beef or turkey or something. It has been super challenging, and so most of the time I'll cook enough so that I can eat that same meal the next day, and I usually enjoy the meals. It's becoming a little repetitive because I tend to stick to the same, like rice broccoli chicken, or beef broccoli chicken, or Brussels sprouts, salmon, and sweet potatoes, or something very, very similar. And I think that's been helping as well. It's not that the food is boring, it's just that whatever it is that restaurants use, I don't have that at home. So it does taste a little bit different. Even I think a few days ago I had a burger, but it was a burger from home. So I bought like the brioche buns, I had the burger, I had the lettuce and red onions, and I made it at home. And burgers at home just don't taste the same as burgers that you get anywhere else, smash burgers, whatever. Even if you try to recreate it, I feel like it just doesn't give the same. Like whatever they're using is just very different. But I'm getting very used to the taste. I'm still having a harder time with fruits because it's just something about inconsistency that's so triggering for me. Like I feel like if I eat Brussels sprouts, majority of the time they all taste like the same. Broccoli's the same, unless you like salt and pepper and get more or less each time. It's pretty much the same each time you eat it. But when it comes to fruit, it's like sometimes the apple's delicious, mwah, perfect. Then sometimes it's like, did you grow on the same tree? Like, what's going on here? Because it's giving not good, And I've tried different apples these days, and I'm trying to like find that balance of getting fruit in as well, because they really do help with like that craving, that sweet craving at the end of the day, or even in the middle of the day. It really does help. And like I said, I've also been incorporating a lot more tea, so I try to do different teas. Like I have chai tea, I have ginger tea, I have green tea, and I try to incorporate a lot more teas throughout my days, including things like orange juice. I was not an avid juice drinker at all. Like most of the time I'm drinking tea, or I was drinking water. Like those were like my beverages of choice. I didn't really drink juices or sodas or anything like that, but I'm trying to incorporate more vitamin dense juices. So having orange juice and trying to incorporate some type of other into my diet has also been a challenge in that way. But the diet that I did start on week 1 that I think was working really well, that I really need to get back into, was called Dr. Valencia's diet. I found it on TikTok months and months ago, maybe a year ago or 2 years ago, and I kind of had it saved for like the longest time, and it's something that I really, really want to do. I feel like it is one of those diets that is hard to do cold turkey, because I tried that for that first week, trying to understand like when things are fresh, when things are not fresh. Like I don't know much about vegetables and cucumbers, and you see all the recalls, and then it's just like vegetables and stuff that I don't cook really terrify me. Like I'm learning that, like, because if I'm not putting it on the stove to warm it up, I'm like, I don't know what germs or whatever's in this that I can't like get rid of immediately. Even lettuce and stuff like that, it's like there's recall. Wash, but also wash it at home. You know, with grapes, it's like there's so many different methods to cleaning it. With blueberries, so many different methods. Everything is just like kind of overwhelming versus when you're eating a food that's either made by someone else or that's like quick and easy or processed or something. You just cook and then it's it, you know. It's very easy and it's over quickly. But that challenge of like not knowing, and so it's definitely about praying over my food and making sure that it's good for my body, because I really just don't know these days. Like it's harder. Fruits and vegetables that are fresh, that are not cooked, that are not steamed in any way, like that's my harder challenge that I'm trying to fight against in the diet realm of this challenge. And I feel like I've been trying to really get the same love I have for food without the trauma of it, and a lot of that is just not reaching out and buying food, and it's a lot more time that I'm dedicating in the kitchen to like put food on, making sure I have enough time when I'm out of the house to come in the house to make food and have it prepared, and have less processed food, as in like the food is not pre-made. Like it's something I'm like, you know, clean the chicken, put the seasoning, cook the chicken, if you want to put sauce on or let it marinate or all of that stuff. I have to consider every single thing about the meal before I do it, and then sometimes I'm just sitting there and it's like I just want to quickly eat something, but I have to do a whole process. But it does make it, I feel like, more rewarding, and it does cause me to eat a lot less than I normally do, just because the alternative is not having food at all, because I didn't make it. So that's like been very, very challenging for me over the last few weeks, and it's something I don't really talk about because I think my biggest challenge has been food my whole life, and I really had to get into a different space where I stopped thinking of food as like what I needed to overcome things when I felt overwhelmed. And so it's really a challenge to change that, but along with the changes, it's like I'm spending more time with food because I'm in the kitchen more longer to cook, to put everything together, to make sure I have a vegetable, a starch, a grain, a fruit, you know. And I feel like that's a lot, but I want to really kind of hone in a little bit on it and really try to have like, okay, Mondays is salmon, Tuesdays is beef, Wednesdays is chicken, Thursdays is turkey, Fridays is chicken, and like have an actual schedule, so I'm not sitting there like, oh my goodness, what am I gonna eat today? And that has been one big challenge. Like I really do need to sit and just make an actual schedule of like repetitive, pretty much, of what I'm gonna do every single week, so that it's a lot easier for me, and that I'm not sitting there or having to eat later because I haven't had time to make meals. So yeah, I just wanted to go over a little bit of my food challenges today. And like I said, today is day 25. I'm not going to weigh until day 30, but I'm still going strong, still doing everything I need to do. I'll be back to probably working out again, probably in like 2 days on camera, but I'm just also wanted to update you guys on everything else that's going on. I hope you guys are doing well, feeling good, feeling safe, being happy. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, I'll give you a body shot. I love you, I love you, I love you. You got this, I got this, we got this, guys. We can do it, we can do it, we can do it. We can do it. All right, guys, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Bye, guys.